was a little bit long, but I hope that you were able to see that. What was Jumper feeding his body? Was he feeding his body good stuff or bad stuff? Bad stuff. And in the end, it was feeding that bad stuff that allowed him not to be able to win. Sharpening our saw means taking care of our body and our mind and our heart. So we take care of our body, our mind, and our heart in lots of different ways. And one way is making sure we're feeding it the right food, right? Now, I know yesterday was Easter, and some of you guys may have eaten a lot of candy yesterday, and so you may be feeling a little sluggish today, and so you know exactly what we're talking about. Sometimes, especially after like Halloween or Christmas or all those times where we eat lots of sweets, it makes us feel blah. But if we feed our bodies good things, we feel so much better, and we're able to concentrate, and that helps our mind. And we're able to go outside and play and have all the energy that we need. And so this week, your challenge to sharpen your saw is to fill your body with good stuff. Can you do that for me? Can you work on that? Go home and tell mom and dad, I've got to feed my body good stuff. Say that with me. Feed my body. Feed my body. That's right. All right, and on that note, I just want to remind you that we cannot share food at all in the cafeteria. Even if your friend says, I'm not allergic, you cannot share food. That is the school rule. And one of the things that I talked with some 4th and 5th graders about during lunch is I'm to the point with this because we've had too many issues where people didn't think they were allergic, and then they ate something, and they got sick, whether it's in the cafeteria or on the bus or someplace else, that if you share food with somebody, and we find out, or we see it, or somebody else tells us, we're going to go straight to the phone, you're going to call mom and dad, and you're going to tell them why you broke my rule. Because this is not just a rule, just a regular old school rule, this is a life or death rule. Somebody could get very, very sick. We're just not going to do it. It's not going to be tolerated. Do you understand? All right, so no sharing food, because when we share food, we're definitely not sharpening our saw. All right, so we're going to do a new celebration cheer, which I shared with you right before the break, but I don't know if you remember it. But we need to know this so that we can celebrate some of our friends next. So it's the Fantastic cheer. So remember I told you Fantastic is there's a cleaning supply that's like, it's called Fantastic. So you act like you're squirting it, and then you point and say, you're fantastic. So can you do that with me? You ready? You're fantastic. Let's try that one more time real loud. You ready? You're fantastic. All right. So now it is time to celebrate. And the first group we're going to celebrate is our STLP crew. On the last day we were at school, the rest of you went home and you got ready for your break. But our STLP crew went to a regional competition. So if you are on STLP, will you come down here, please? All right, so all these friends, along with Miss Hunter and Miss Darnell and Miss Rose, they went on Thursday night to Apollo High School, and they got to represent Southern Oaks, and they did such a great job. Several of them placed as excellent in the digital arts, and then they got to present their book trailers and their news crew thing. So they have been working on this all year, you guys, all year long. They work on this, and you see a lot of their work on the morning news, don't you? But some of the things you don't see. So I would like for some of them to tell me just a little bit about other things you do with STLP besides the news. So who can tell me something you do besides the news? Lily, you want to tell me about the book trailers? All right.
We make our book trailers on iMovie using an iPad or an iPhone. And we read Newbery, Caldecott, Bluegrass, and just any award-winning books. And we make trailers on them so kids can read quality books.
That is a great way for them to help you guys know about great things to read, and it's a great way for them to read great books to tell you about. What else, Jackson?
Alright, so the news club is so we make the news for the school. We use Google Slides too, so that ankles can read what we put on the news.
Doing the news isn't just getting up there and talking every morning, is it? There's a lot that goes into it, like editing and directing and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. All right, what about digital art? Anybody want to talk to me about their digital art? All right, Presley.
Digital art we had a show like people how to make Canva.
All right, so they did, they used Canva on the digital art. And Kaylee, do you want to say anything about it? They had some really cool pictures. Like, I was really impressed with the pictures that they had up. They were really cool. So these guys represented Southern Oaks so well, and I am so proud of them. Let's give them the fantastic cheer. Are you ready? You're fantastic. And I know you're going to be competing at state in a few days, so good luck with that. And thank you for representing Southern Oaks so well and all your hard work. Thank you. All right, and purple team. Will each teacher from the purple team send a kid down here to get their banners, because the purple team were our winners of the Stallion Cup. All right, so way to go, purple team. You can put your banners up outside your room, and I will get your little trophy to your teachers to put in your classroom. But let's tell the purple team how fantastic they are. You ready? You're fantastic, purple team. Way to go. All right, good job, you guys. You can go back up. All right, before we do our stallion salute, I'm going to let Miss Bean talk about our feeling of the week, being bored. And I sure hope nobody said, I'm bored over spring break.
Good morning, Stallions. All right, JC, what is something that bores you?
When there's nothing to do at home.
When there's nothing to do at home. What's something that bores you?
Whenever I play softball, I have to sit in the dugout.
All right, so when it's her turn and she has to sit in the dugout. So, JC, what can you do to not be bored?
Like, get creative.
Oh, be creative and do what?
Play with stuff.
Okay, so she's going to get creative. So what can you do to keep from being bored in the dugout?
Cheer my teammates on.
Oh, she can stand up and cheer. So friends, did you hear that? You have to be creative. It goes back to habit number 1, being proactive. If you're bored, then that's because you're making that choice. You have to be, like JC said, be creative and find something to do. So what is the definition of creative? Definition of bored.
To feel uninterested or tuned out of believing that there is nothing to do or that the situation is dull or tedious.
What zone would bored be in?
Yellow.
All right, friends, make sure that you are not bored today. Be creative and have a marvelous Monday.
All right, now we're ready for some stallion salutes. And these all came right before the break. This is for Lillian M. in Miss Boone's class. It says, when Lillian came across a computer problem and I had a small group, she chose to read at her seat until I could help her instead of interrupting. Way to go, Lillian. Levi G. in 4th grade. It says, Leva has been helping dump trays for students during breakfast each day. Thank you for being so helpful. That's from Miss Lewis. Way to go, Leva. Adrian G. I'm sorry, it's Ariana G. I think I put Adrian G, but it's Ariana. Ariana, it says, when she was unsure of what to do, when she was unsure of what the pictures were on her word work, she asked for help. Way to go, Ariana. That makes Miss Boone so proud. Alexander E. It says, Alexander is always on task and was also showing excellence during viewing team challenges and leading by example. Way to go, Alexander. That's from Miss Rose. Gabriel H. says, Gabriel has passed all the sight word lists for kindergarten. Way to go, Gabriel. Woo-hoo. We love hearing that. That means you're getting ready to be a reader. This is from all of Miss Standiford's friends, so we'll give this to Miss Standiford. It says, Coleman, Austin G, Aiden E, and Violet did a fantastic job presenting the Civil War to our class, and that's from Miss Coleman. So thank you guys so much. Peyton J, it says Peyton studied very hard in math. He performed so well on his geometry test. Keep up the wonderful work, from Miss Brackett. Lincoln S, it says Lincoln has worked extremely hard on Lexia and I-Station. He exceeds each goal he sets for himself and lives by the mission his mission statement. Way to go, Lincoln. This is for Midas R. It says, Midas took his time and read through each problem on his reading test. He made sure to look back at the text for every question, and guess what happened when he did that? He made 100. Way to go, Midas. That's from Miss Gosen. Leighton S. in Miss Logson's class, it says Leighton went up 31 points on his reading fast bridge test. I'm super proud of his work lately. This is for Leah B. in Miss Henry's class. It says Leah is showing excellence. She always uses her best handwriting. Way to go, Leah. Next is Braxton S. in Miss Henry's class. It says Braxton was caught working on Lexia this week while others were not making a good choice. So way to go, way to make a great choice, Braxton. Paisley A. was being dependable. She completed all her work missed after being absent. Way to go, way to get that done. Come back in here and get it done. Briar T. in Miss Henry's class, it says showing integrity. Brian was caught doing the right thing when others weren't. Way to go, Briar. Callie H. in Miss Slaughter's class says, I'm so proud of Callie for working so hard during skills block. If she does not know something, she uses the strategies that we have learned. Way to go, Callie. Addison S. in Miss Slaughter's class says, I'm so proud of Addison for always being positive. Even when she does not feel well, she's always excited to grow her brain. Way to go, Addison. Bryson S. in Miss Anderson's class. Bryson H. Bryson is so sweet. He is excited about learning and he's excelling in all areas of kindergarten. I'm so proud of Bryson and I'm glad he's in our class. He does always have a smile on his face. Hudson W. in Miss Anderson's class says Hudson is so bright and has continued to grow with both Lexia and I-Station. He's been at the top of our class for 3 weeks. Way to go, dude. Grant E. in Miss Anderson's class. It says Grant makes teaching fun. He has a super positive attitude about learning and he's rocking math. Miss Anderson's so proud of you. PJM in Miss Anderson's class. It says PJ works hard and always has a sweet smile that makes everyone happy. We love him. Liam S. in Miss Anderson's class. It says Liam can be the sweetest friend. He chooses to work on Lexia to gain more levels instead of free time. And Miss Anderson's so proud of you. Way to go, Liam. Noli W in Ms. Anderson's class. It says Noli is a true stallion. Oops, I have two more. Let's give them respect. Thank you. We need to be respectful and listen to everyone. It says Noli is a true stallion. She's worked hard to master all of her letters and sounds and is learning to read. Way to go, Noli. And then Reed H. in Ms. Anderson's class. It said Reed is so great. He makes me happy to be at school every day, and he is excited to learn and helps everyone in need. Way to go, Reed. Way to be a great helper and friend. All right, I'm going to let these guys stay here just a minute while we do birthdays so we don't miss any, and then you guys can go sign the board. We have lots of birthdays, and I'm trying to cover that week that I kind of had a mixed up slide. So we went all the way back to March, all the way through the end of this week. So these people can come on down. I've got 2 slides worth. Avery R., Julia S., Kaylee Y., Mackenzie H., Emery L., Zoe B., Ella C., Hadley W., Ivy W., Carly M., Bowen R., Fisher H., Nia M., Caden L., Wyatt S., Gabby S., Owen H., Daphne E., Case H., Miss B., Miss Wilson, Miss Poole, Miss Boone, and Miss Bell. Lots of birthdays this week, so come on down, guys. I think Miss Boone's birthday is actually today. That's all right. And Paige, you want to come lead us? Miss Bean, you got to come let us sing to you. Are you guys ready? We'll sing on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear stallions. Happy birthday to you. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful birthday. Lunch for today. Does anybody know? Because I never got a list. What is it? Brunch for lunch. Brunch for lunch. All right. All right, give me 5. We just have a few more minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. The joke of the day is, what gets wetter the more it dries? A towel. The more you dry with it, the wetter it gets. All right, and our leadership quote of the day is, life is tough, but so are you. Life is tough, but so are you. I want you to repeat after me. Life is tough. Point to yourself, but so am I. Yeah, things are not always going to go our way. It's going to be hard. There's not anybody in this room who does not have a hard day. But guess what? You're tough and you can handle it because you are a leader. And our leadership fact says that leaders are accountable. That means they take responsibility for their actions. When we do something wrong, we own it. And we learn from it and we get better, right? I hope so. I hope that you have that mindset and you're ready to go and grow today as we do our Stallion Pledge. You guys can stand. Thank you so much for being such a great audience this morning. Thank you, kindergarten, for showing me that when the hand goes up, lips go shut. Hand goes up, lips go shut. All right. At Southern LP, we understand show integrity every day. D, we are dependable and preparing for our future. E, we know that excellence becomes a habit. At Southern Oaks Elementary, we take pride in growing to be our best. Be your best today, friends. Work on feeding yourself good things to sharpen your soul, and have a great day.